Hey there, friends. It is good to see you. I wanted to pop on here now that I've published the Descriptive Classroom Challenge to give a little bit more insight into what it is and how you can use it. The file was just uploaded last night to coachingflores.com, and you can look under the Files page to find the Descriptive Classroom Challenge for the month of January. You'll get a printout and the very first sheet, haha, look at that, I got the reverse image on there, so you can see this and read it, is an overview sheet or a cover page. And then we've got different labels for around the classroom. So typically when you label your classroom, you would just put up a label by the mailbox that says mailbox, by a label by the flag that says flag, and so forth. So for this, I was attending a workshop, an AAC Assistive Technology workshop in the spring, and Kate Ahern had kind of given this idea of descriptive classroom labels, and I loved it. I thought the idea was fantastic, and I even thought over the summer, hey, I used to do that in my classroom a little bit differently, but how can I help our current community? So with that, the summer went by, fall has gone by, and I hadn't done anything with it. So I thought this is something that's easy to implement right away. So I came up with the different descriptive labels. So by mailbox, some things you might want to say by the mailbox are put here, or you put, or I put. So just adding a little bit more opportunity to expand language when we're by the mailbox instead of just labeling mailbox, but giving some phrases that you may or may not use around the mailbox. Same with like the flag, you might use look or you look. So these labels are available for you to print out and display around your classroom. With that very first page, you may remember my post from yesterday too, saying I was super excited about the data, and so I had different focus words, and you'll see the word I on these descriptive classroom labels was used 10 times. So if you do each one of these labels one time per day, you have modeled it 10 times, the word I. Now, we say I all the time, but have we actually modeled it using the child's device, using sign language, or using pictures, whatever their system of communication is? So this descriptive classroom challenge will allow you to really immerse your child in that language and expand their communication acquisition. You can see the word she was used 8 times. So just modeling one time each of these labels in a day, you will get 8 exposures to that word. 9 you, 8 he, and you can see in and make only have 1 time each. Those weren't focus words for this month, so it's okay that they aren't modeled a ton because they're going to be picked up in another month. But look was at 11, put was 12, go was 12, and here was 12. The core words modeled in one day. Like, this gets me way excited. 95 words. 95 core words, or core words modeled 95 times in one day if you go through each of these labels just once in a day. So think about how exciting that could be for your children when they need a lot of repetition and exposure. They're going to get it using these descriptive classroom labels. So you may remember I said that in my classroom I had done something similar, but I had left those descriptions up all year. So all year the same thing was posted on the markers, was posted on the Play-Doh, was posted on the pencil cup, that sort of thing. So I made this challenge, and I made different months have different focuses. So different language focuses, like the function of the language. So this month my focus was more on initiating and comments. Next month is a lot of comments, and then we get into asking and answering questions another month. The last month is rejecting or saying no to an object or a request. So each month has a different theme or focus for language function, and it also has different core words as a focus. So, you know, I'm a data nerd. And I was super excited about the January data. I had showed you this, and I was really excited for the core words that I had picked out and planned for, that I really was able to hit those strong in January. So then I went to my February month because I have all the months planned for. And I went to February, and the data, see, you gotta base everything in data. Look at this. So for the word put, look at how many times that word is modeled. So it is a focus word. I've done my job. I've planned for that word. Look how many times all is modeled. You're gonna get a lot of exposure. Now you'll see that I had that as a focus word, and I only used it one time on the Descriptive Classroom Challenge. So I'm gonna go back through all the phrases that I've planned for and plan for more of that. Now do and here were not focus words for this month, so I'm okay with only one exposure to each of those. They will be hit on other months, but that is a word I need to plan more for. Another word I need to plan more for is over. I've only used it twice. More, up, and make. It is so funny because I find that this really relates back to my classroom and how I felt as a teacher, but we say these are core words, that they're used all the time, and then when we go to model with children, it's hard to think, like, how would I use that word? How do I use it? And you really go blank, and it's so silly because these are the most common words that kiddos say, so it should be easy to come up with, but yet it's hard. So that's why really I get excited for this Descriptive Classroom Challenge, because it does all that planning and thinking for you. So you don't have to come up with those words and rack your brain. I've already done it. And then we're going to change them out every single month so you get more exposures, new opportunities, language expansion, and the different functions too. So we're going to be modeling. We're going to have a high rate of core word usage, and it is so excited. So what is the Descriptive Classroom Challenge? It is all of these labels for around the room that I just went over. The core words that you're using are going to be the core 40 or the universal 36. You can look those up on the DLM core 40 or the universal 36. I can post links in the comment as well. I planned for those because they're the two highest used core vocabulary sets. So there really is 43 words total between the 40 and the 36. It equals 43. Not a mathematician, but trust me on this. How are you going to use that? So I showed you that there's going to be, okay, the mailbox, the labels at the mailbox. So you can use these pictures right here on the mailbox to model the language and say, put here, you put, I put, when you're there. When you're working with the student and they're going to put their papers in the mailbox, you can model for them. Or even better, if you're able, if the child has their communication system with them at the mailbox, or they have their device with them at their mailbox, use their device to press put here. You put, I put. So if you have their device, sometimes their device is halfway across the room, sometimes their hands are full when they're trying to fill their mailbox with all their papers to take home. But if you're not able to get onto their device, use this as their device right there at the mailbox. Okay, so 2 ways to use this. This really serves as a reminder to us to be thinking of using those core words when we're in those locations. All right, what is next? Next February, I kind of already alluded to this. February 1st, I'm going to be uploading to coachingflores.com under the file section. I will upload a whole nother set of words and descriptive classroom labels. So we will have a whole new set of focus words, a whole new set of phrases, and a whole new set of language functions for you to address in your classroom. This way it doesn't become white noise. This way they get more opportunities to expand their language and really go from there. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you need. If there's something you're like, hey, why did you do that? Or could you add this? I would be happy to hear from you. Check out coachingfloors.com. There's a subscribe button. Make sure that you enter your email address there so you get the information first and you don't miss out on any updates. All right, have a great night. I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. I really get stoked. All right, bye-bye.